Well, hey everybody. I'm Jan Erickson from Stepping Aside, and welcome to Esoteric and Magical Influences for the 20th through the 26th of June, 2021. Well, we're getting down to the end of the month anyway. We're not quite there yet. But today on Sunday, we have a two energy, two numerology, so balance and change or rather balance and decisions. Well, I guess that could be change too. Compassion, love, all of that. Elwaz. Elwaz is an interesting rune. It's basically the intuitive bond we share with one another. Elwaz and Manaz are quite related. Manaz, of course, is the rune for Friday, but you can see how, they both look like M's, although Dagaz is in the center. There's more of an X there, X pattern in the center of Manaz. But we're talking about, with Manaz, we're talking about the individual and society, but with Elwaz, it's the intuitive bond we share with one another. It's realistically Laguz, forward and reverse, and we actually have Laguz on Thursday. So you can see forward and then reverse it creates the rest of that rune. And it's almost like with Laguz, it's flow from spirit. So we're flowing together in harmony and love to one another. And so that's where, I just find the idea of the intuitive bond we share to be quite profound. Unfortunately, the geomancy rune is Rubius. And so that's, passion run amok. That's kind of an evil influence. It's considered evil. It can be just a misuse of force or manipulation. But we need to be careful in our relationships with one another today that we're not either manipulating or being manipulated by anyone. The moon's in Libra until Scorpio at 4:58 a.m. Today is Father's Day, so happy Father's Day. The human design channel for today is transitoriness. Sun governs magic, and so clarity, truth, healing, courage, removing barriers, and leadership are things you can work today on Sunday, and the favorability is very good. So seek to understand and apply balanced reason to the current situation at hand, avoiding any misuse of power or force. It's critical that you realize both cause and effect so that the proper decision can be made on Sunday. With the moon in Scorpio, your emotions may intensify and conflict with others is possible. Although you generally enjoy their support, misunderstandings can occur. So take time if you need to regain your emotional balance. We're still in Mercury retrograde on Sunday, and so it has not gone direct yet. It goes direct. Summer solstice is on Monday, and Mercury goes direct on Tuesday. But we're still going to be feeling its effect for a few days after that. So you're going to see a lot of the whole miscommunication this week in the readings. If extreme action is required, be sure that your influence is positive and in harmony with others. A shift in perception is likely necessary, and it may take your influence to achieve a successful outcome. Stay focused and exercise restraint on Sunday. I need some tea, but I think it's too hot. Yeah, it's too hot. We'll wait a little on that. Gosh, I probably till the end of the reading. Anyway, Monday's the 21st. We have a 3 energy, so mind, body, spirit, balance, creativity, focused on details. Let's see. Alyes is the rune for Monday, and so here this is protection. It means the elk or the elk sedge. And it kind of looks like the elk antlers or the brushy, marshy area that they move around in and hide in. Let's see. But this is really the bridge to higher consciousness. It almost looks like you're raising your arms in supplication to spirit with this. And then Vaya is alignment along a singular path. It's a singular focus. It can also mean being stuck in perceptions. But here we're letting spirit inform that. So I don't know, maybe not so much. The moon's in Scorpio. It's the summer solstice. And the human design channel active on Monday is transitoriness. Moon governs magic. Magic favorability is neutral. And you can focus on feminine magics, healing, intuition, cycles, reincarnation, astral travel, balance, and change. So on Monday, a new path is forming, and it's now necessary to let go of perceptions that have prevented you from moving forward. That's the Vaya influence there. Remain optimistic and allow your imagination to explore new possibilities. Although Mercury retrograde ends on Tuesday and interactions with others may smooth out, maybe, maybe not, you need to choose your words carefully on Monday so that misunderstandings are kept at a minimum. See, that's still happening all week long. Tension could arise from external circumstances or other individuals who may also feel off balance, and extending compassion could be impacted. It's hard when people are feeling off balance and moody or whatever, it's hard to feel real compassionate toward that, especially when you're feeling that way yourself. So avoid a sense of false modesty or martyrdom that seeks to control the perceptions or behavior of others through manipulation. Work alone if necessary to either protect or enhance your creative process so that you determine which information gleaned is valuable and actually leads to some innovation. On Tuesday, let's see, Tuesday the 22nd, 22 is a master number. That is the master number for the cosmic builder. So you've got 11, you got 22, 33, any of the dual numbers. 33 is Christ consciousness, and Jesus had Christ consciousness, but as a Christed individual. But this is the consciousness field itself, the Christ consciousness field itself, that this is manifesting through. So it isn't necessarily about an individual, although an individual manifested that same Christ consciousness field in his life while here. But that's what we're talking. It's the greater Christ consciousness field, and so that's what drives the cosmic builder. This is soul manifestation on Tuesday, and then Uruz is the rune, and so here you have the thought process or the soul process behind manifestation. So this is definitely aligning with the 22 energy. Emissio or loss. It can be loss or decrease of some kind. It does not have to be a negative. It can be loss of ego. In other words, to allow spirit to come in, soul to come in and manifest something profound, usually very healing, the division between us. We're in Scorpio until Sagittarius at 5:56 in the morning. And again, Mercury retrograde ends on Tuesday. But the shadow will still be there. The shadow effect will be there for a few more days. So that's likely why this is showing both in the astrological chart and also in where the Mercury placement in the human design chart for the whole week. It's showing the same gate and line in that one, and it's really holding your tongue basically. So anyhow, Tuesday's 22 numerology suggests profound change may occur, and with the manifesting influence of Uruz, it signals a shift in perception may be at the heart of the transformation. Let go of that which no longer serves, and watch for synchronicities to guide your path. With the moon in Sagittarius and Mercury retrograde ending on Tuesday, it's time to expand your horizons. Sagittarius is very expansive. If the Sagittarius effect on your emotions is too strong, however, avoid judgment and or taking the bait. If conflict arises, again, we're still, kind of weird there. With Jupiter in retrograde now on Tuesday, it goes retrograde. Inner expansion is favored, but that said, in square with the moon, Jupiter in square with the moon, grandiosity towards others is not, and that can happen as well. If feelings of inadequacy arise on Tuesday, it may simply be that your focus is off. Withdraw if a situation becomes too much to regain your balance and accept the changes that have happened. Remember again that today's or Tuesday's 22 numerology may be too profound to handle all at once, and a greater level of inner awareness may be required. Things are shifting so much right now in terms of perception. How we see things is shifting. For some people, it's going to be a major shift, and it won't be one that's comfortable. And so consequently, you've got all that energy, that loosening up of perception, that loosening up of energy that's not so stuck in one mindset. And when that happens, it can be uncomfortable because you don't really know what to think at that point, right? It's still a little bit confusing. So that's kind of what I think is going on. Mercury retrograde right now is actually helping that process, even though it may feel uncomfortable. It's actually helping to loosen perception so that you can decide what's really working for you and what isn't. Now on Wednesday the 23rd, we have a 5 energy. 2 and 3 is 5, so change and fulfillment and protection. I think the pentagram, we have Isa, the Norn rune of the static realm or present moment, aligning in spirit. and also the Caput Draconis, the geomancy rune, as aligning with the North Node or new beginnings, or the upper threshold, on the threshold or the precipice of something new unfolding. And you can think of Isa as letting spirit inform, excuse me, that particular decision, or that particular path. I was outside last night. The cottonwood fuzz is beginning to be everywhere, and I can't breathe. So sorry about that. The moon's in Sagittarius on the 23rd, and we have the transitoriness and rhythm. So being able to be flexible and being in the flow are the human design channels active on Wednesday. The favorability of work and magic on Wednesday is very good. Mercury governs, and so we're looking at communication, interactions, balance, justice, and revelation. So following following Tuesday's master number 22 influence, Caput Draconis signals new beginnings that reinforce Wednesday's 5 numerology of change and fulfillment. Isa, the Norn rune of the static realm, aligns perceptions with higher self-awareness to invoke that change into present moment awareness. And that's I think the point about, you've got Hagalaz that deals with the past, Isa that deals with the present, and Nathis that deals with the future. And so it's that triplicity of effect there, the Norns invoke into our awareness. The Sagittarius effect on Wednesday's moon may affect how you come across to others, and tact may be at a minimum. Anyone with a Sagittarian in your life, you know this. My husband's a Sagittarian. He's not always tactful. So if it seems like you can't express yourself without offending others, take some time alone until you feel more balanced. This could simply be revealing an opportunity to address issues or inner wounds that interfere with self-expression. So, take your time if you need that. You should realize as well that whatever changes you're experiencing are likely born from a shift in your own perceptions, and it may be that you need to adjust your attitude or behavior to align with a new path you're on, especially if it's no longer necessary to challenge existing norms. In other words, don't fight if you don't need to. You may now be on a path that reflects and empowers your own nature, and any tendency to struggle against the current may no longer be necessary. You're struggling because you want to do something else. Well, now that you are, let that flow. You don't have to struggle anymore. And if you are, then maybe you've chosen something that isn't right for you, and you're just trying things out. And so maybe you still need to keep looking. The 24th, on Thursday, we have a 6 energy, so harmony and another type of balance, shared experience, shared abundance, shared direction. Laguz, again, is the flow of spirit, is the rune, the Elder Futhark rune for Thursday. And Populus is the other side of this, the complement of Allies, or not Allies, but Vaya, I'm sorry. Wrong rune group. It's the complement of Vaya. So whereas Vaya is a singular path, this is going along with the crowd. Now, flowing in alignment with the crowd, it just depends on the crowd, right? As to whether or not that's going to work out for you on Thursday. The moon goes from Sagittarius to Capricorn at 6:05 in the morning. It's full at 11:40 a.m. So transitoriness, being flexible in what you do, is the human design channel for Thursday, the 24th, the full moon. Favorability of work and magic is technically very bad on the 24th. But the magical focus is Jupiter. Jupiter's in retrograde, so it's going to be some inner reflection. Jupiter governs social justice, healing, abundance, income growth, achieving goals and desires. We bring our intentions that we set on the new moon to fruition on the full. So you're going to have to use your best judgment there. So all influences indicate that you flow well in harmony with others on Thursday. Express compassion and empathy to those in need. But if empathic, you'll want to shield first. Needy energy can be just as intrusive as energy that is more vampiric. And with the full moon effect, that might raise, that might increase. Empaths really need to protect themselves, otherwise they tend to stay connected to energy that can feel exhausting or draining. Trust me on this. The populist influence probably has the most impact given its passive nature. I think that's the point. I think that we go along with the flow and we don't challenge what we're being asked to accept. And energy, on an energetic level, it's the same thing. We need to be aware that when something's tapping us on the shoulder, if it doesn't feel comfortable, we need to turn away from it and not focus on it. You need to dissolve whatever channels, do whatever you've got to do, right? To regain your own focus and balance and not have energy coating you, basically, because it needs something from you. So as the moon shifts into Capricorn, the full moon follows at 11:40 a.m. and your energy will likely increase throughout the day and evening, where you can draw down goddess blessings and bring to fruition all that you set in motion when the moon was new. One long sentence. Well, I couldn't really break it down, so I left it. Aside from all that, focus on making plans and taking care of routine tasks. That's the Capricorn effect of the moon. Take advantage of opportunities that present themselves today, or rather on Thursday, but remain flexible enough to reassess your process to remove any obstacles that could prevent success. Your practicality and integrity will impress others and influence them to do the same on Thursday. Now, Friday, the 25th, we have a 7 energy. 7 is an observation number. It's the number for spirituality and magic and balance and all of that. But it's really about stepping back, letting things settle out, and to see where things are. Manas, as we talked about initially in conjunction with Ewas, is the individual within society. It's binding together in the same flow of spirit, but it's in balanced energy exchange with the X in the center. That's Gebo, and with Dagaz also in the center of it. It's also comprised of Dagaz. Then you're looking at a new day, and then if you take one step further and see Vunyo forward and reverse there, then we're aligning together in joy and fellowship and balanced energy exchange with one another. The division is the illusion, in other words. The divisiveness that's going on right now, the division is the illusion. It's not the truth. It's that we're one in spirit, even while we're in these bodies. We are souls in the bodies, and that doesn't change. We are still one in the soul energy with one another. In other words, instead of seeing the other everywhere you look, you see the other side of self. That's the truth of it. So, again, we have Capricorn as the moon. Transitoriness and concentration. Concentration then is focus. We had rhythm before. That's flow. Concentration is more of a focus. Venus is Venus governs magic on Friday. Unfortunately, favorability again is very bad. But we're looking at partnership issues, compassion, love, harmony, female sexuality, fertility, healing, friendship, any kind of partnership issues as well. So the energy of Rubeus, we have Rubeus again. Oh, did I not say that? I don't think I did. I went straight from Manas to Capricorn. But we have Rubeus again, the same that we had with Ewas. So again, passion run amok, or manipulation or misuse of force. We had the same there with Ewas. So it's kind of an interesting parallel or synchronicity there, that the runes look so much alike and realistically are part of one another. And then to have dealing with the same type of misuse of force, that's an interesting concept, I think. So the energy of Rubeus is intentional and given to a manipulation or misuse of force. Be aware of your own intentions on Friday, to be certain that other viewpoints are heard and respected. It could be something as minor as not wanting to listen to other people and just wanting to force your own views on other people to try to control the outcome. Or it could be something far worse. It could be real manipulation that's going to cause harm. Although Mercury retrograde has ended, misunderstandings could still happen, so be sure to consider your approach with others on Friday. Sensitivity is still high, and a focus on nurturing self and others may still be in order. But be careful. Avoid excess and remain open to new experiences on Friday. Even the sun's placement in Friday's human design chart is counseling you to think before you speak. So not only Mercury's placement, but also the sun. Otherwise, your influence may depend upon maintaining a connection to superior forces and less about the inspired vision that you offer. So just caution there. You might not get everything you want then, but maybe it's not important that you get everything you want. Lastly, on Saturday the 26th, we're looking at an 8 energy for the numerology. On that day, on Saturday the 26th, we're looking at it's issues of materialism, material recognition, achievement, leadership. It's a greater understanding of the whole picture, kind of harmony, at least in terms of being able to see the whole thing together. Sort of, what a leader would do. Think Tiwaz, the god Tyr, that particular rune. That's the spiritual warrior within. There's some strength there with the number 8. I was, which is the connection. It's really the connection between opposites. It's the as above. It's another as above, so below rune. This is I was, and so we're looking at Laguz, up and down. And so it's really the flow of spirit, that interchange between, is it going to be a spirit connection, or are we going to be dealing with spirit and ego at the other end of that? Vaya is the rune again. So it's interesting. We had Rubius and Vaya to start us out Monday or Sunday and Monday, and then we had Elwas rather, and now we have I was at the end, which incorporates Laguz again. So there's just some interesting synchronicities in the runes, and then Vaya again follows. So a singular path again on Saturday. And so Capricorn, the moon's in Capricorn until Aquarius at 7:09. So it just seems like everything that's in the morning, AM, the moon seems to be shifting in the morning all week long. Transitoriness and concentration, again, are the human design channels. And that aligns well with Saturn governing the magical focus, and favorability on Saturday is actually very good on the 26th. It's only some numbers at the end of the month that have magics that are very bad. The favorability is very bad. So on Saturday, you've got a good chance to do something that day. We're talking restriction, cursing, binding, summoning, harvest, purification, and protection. And so those are the kinds of things you can do on Saturday, the 26th. So you may be called to a leadership role on Saturday where you can network and collaborate with others. That's that Aquarian influence. On a new path or new project, be open to ideas from the group and let go of any perceptions that are holding you back. Restraint with a close partner may also be necessary on Saturday, but know that it's likely a passing thing, so either express compassion or observe without reacting. Everyone is entitled to their feelings, and necessary truths may be revealed. So drop resistance and embrace the moment. You could learn something from all of that. Be willing to let go of old paradigms and replace them with that which will enhance your own leadership potential. Seek counsel from those with more experience, but avoid being led down the garden path by others who have their own agenda. A shift in perception is being experienced by many, and the journey ahead is only now forming. So remain positive and observant. So I guess that's it for the influences for the week, the coming week. If you want to get these in your inbox, you can get them on Saturday evening. If you want to sign up for the newsletter, you can do that over on the side panel of the blog. It's up toward the top. Just when you get there, just scroll down a little bit and you'll see it. Just put your email in there and you can get this in your inbox. I know it's like, oh no, not more email. But it only comes once a week, and it's just you have this and some other stuff. Usually there's a calendar in there, and sometimes I talk about an herb class that the Herbal Academy is offering. But other than that, that's really all that's there. Some of the books I've published are there. Let's see, you can find me over on Patreon. That's a patron site, so it costs $1 a month to join, and you can join monthly or you can join for the year for $12. There's that. I write over on Medium. But anyway, all those links are below the video. If you've not clicked subscribe here, I'd love you to do that, and like the video as well. If you did, I'd love you to do that as well. Come back on Monday and Thursday for Somewhat Daily Tarot and Rune. We take a look at how the cards and the runes for each day influence our lives, and typically they connect together. So you get the beginning of the issues on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday you have the rest of it. So it's broken up into two readings for the whole week. So anyhow, usually they connect. Once in a while it shows we turn a corner, but usually they connect. So that's kind of fun. So anyhow, check all that out, and come back and visit again with us. So have a wonderful week, and be good to yourself, be good to one another, and blessed be.